Captain Save a Hoe. And that's how a lot of y'all feel, is that, oh, well, I met this woman, she's really nice, she's really sweet, and oh, she's had such a traumatic life, and she just really needs the right man to be there for her. Okay, but why does that man have to be you? What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to have a normal, healthy relationship where you get to have what you want? Or are you going to continue to sacrifice for other people? Hello, and welcome to Sex, Love, and Soul. I'm Mary Knight. I am so glad that you're here. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid low sex women. There are different reasons why you may not have a sexual connection with women. Sometimes it could be just because there's not any kind of natural compatible sexual chemistry. But today, I'm going to talk about when that is not the case and some of the reasons why you may find yourself in situations where you are dating low sex women or you are in relationships with low sex women. So let's talk about how to avoid all of that. When I was a girl and I was dating in high school, I liked nice guys. I gravitated towards boys that were sweet, kind of quiet, unassuming, maybe do a little bit of kissing, and it never really went any further than that. And then once I started having sex, and then I'm this young woman out in the world dating, I still liked those nice guys. But I often would feel confused by our relationship because they weren't making any moves on me. So I thought maybe they didn't like me that way, because what I was sensing from them was this kind of awkwardness or this hesitancy, which I took as a lack of interest in me. As a young woman, I would start to feel insecure about myself. And so I started gravitating towards more bad boy types. And it wasn't because I liked chaos and drama, it was because those men let me know they were interested in me. Those men led our interactions. And when you're not feeling really great about yourself, feeling kind of insecure as a woman, and some hot, confident man comes up to you and is hitting on you and wants to take you home, it's very validating. And I kind of fell into that trap of that, because also my love language is physical touch and words of affirmation. I wasn't getting much of that from these nice guys. And with these kind of bad boy types, I definitely was. And it wasn't like I was looking to have sex on the first, second, or even third date. But with the nice guys, there was just no form of communication, verbal or nonverbal, that let me know how he felt about me. But with a bad boy, he makes his interest so obvious. And even if a woman isn't feeling insecure, she still needs input and feedback from you. And what happens with a lot of nice guys is you're so busy being respectful that you're not paying attention to her signals. And you can't, because you're not actually there in the present moment. You're in your head with all of this overthinking, right? Afraid to screw up. Does she like me? Oh my gosh, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Right? And you get caught up in your head. And when I say you're not in the present moment, it's because you are involved in thoughts. Usually these thoughts are all about the future. Where's this going to go if I say this and she does that and da-da-da-da. And when you're involved in that, you're not in your body. So you don't even know how you feel about this woman. Because again, you're caught up in thoughts. I know I've said that so many times in my other videos, because it's true. That is a common theme among nice guys, is being caught up in your head. If you find that you are one of these guys, I recommend checking out my book, How to Turn Nice into Your Sexy Superpower, at sexloveandsoul.com, because I give you tips and tricks on how to get out of your head and into your body so that you can start attracting the kind of women that you really want. So all of this niceness and hesitancy is why nice guys can sometimes attract low sex women. Because there are some women who don't consider the hesitancy to be a problem. They think it's a relief. Because some women just aren't into sex. Some of them have unresolved sexual trauma and they don't want a sexually charged relationship. Some feel insecure about their bodies and so they avoid intimacy. Some have health issues that you don't know about. that make sex uncomfortable or painful. Some women are on medications that make them anti-orgasmic. Yes, that is a thing. And they feel ashamed of that, right? And they don't want to share that with you right out of the gate. And so they just feel weird about having sex. Many, many, many women are experiencing hormonal imbalances, even as young as the late 20s, early 30s, because of hormonal birth control. Whether you're taking the pill, patch, shot, inserting something, any kind of hormonal birth control disrupts, dysregulates, gets your hormones all out of balance. And one of the side effects of birth control is low sex drive. It seems like a cruel irony, right? But think about it. Birth control, if you're not having sex, you're not going to get pregnant. So actually it's working pretty well there. But it can cause women to have these kind of erratic sex drives or no sex drive, and it affects women for years. It can take at least a year for some women to become fertile again after getting off birth control and to get their hormones back in balance, right? And this whole time, their sex drive is being affected. And it has nothing to do with you. And there's all these studies that are done on this, all this research that's been done, but we never hear about it. We never hear how bad birth control actually is for a woman's body, because it doesn't serve those who make it, who sell it. It also doesn't serve like this sex positive hookup culture type thing, you know, all this promiscuity. So somebody like me back in the day, I was aware of the dangers of birth control, but I took it anyway because I wanted to have sex all over the place. And then of course, being a sex worker, right, it was something that I was very careful about and something that I needed. Even though we were using condoms, I did not want to get pregnant because I knew that I would not have an abortion. And so again, how this ties into nice guy struggles is that if you're dating women who don't seem into sex, this could be why. Because some women like this hesitant approach, this kind of awkward approach. They're not waiting for the passion to build up. They just don't care that much about sex. And here's the thing too. It might sound cold for you to break up with a woman who has had a sexually traumatic past because you don't have a good sexual connection with her because she's just not into it, or for women who are having hormonal issues, or for women who are on medication that's making them anti-orgasmic. But that's not your problem. It's not your job to help these women. That is a nice guy tendency, right? This whole Captain Save-A-Ho thing. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with that term, but it is from a rap song from 30 years ago. Captain Save-A-Ho. And that's how a lot of y'all feel, is that, oh, well, I met this woman, she's really nice, she's really sweet, and oh, you know, she's had such a traumatic life, and she just really needs the right man to be there for her. Okay, but why does that man have to be you? What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to have a normal, healthy relationship where you get to have what you want? Or are you going to continue to sacrifice for other people? It's a choice that you get to make. I just want to put that out there like that, though. It's not your job, okay? Now, there are plenty of women who are not okay with your moving so slowly, because for them, just like it used to mean for me, hesitation equals disinterest. So if a man isn't making moves, he's not leading, right? So she assumes, oh, he's not into me. And this is where nice guys lose, because while you're waiting for the right moment, a more confident man is just making it happen. Because, okay, I want to be clear though. There's nothing wrong with taking things slow, nothing at all, but you have to communicate that. So if you say to a woman, you know, I like to take it slow, and you own it, and you lead with that confidently, that's fine. But if you're hesitating out of fear and you're saying something like, oh yeah, well, I like to take it slow because I've been burned so many times, and victim, blah. Right, okay, no woman wants to hear that. No healthy woman wants to hear that. And what you're showing is that you're afraid to lead, right? You're afraid to trust yourself and trust your heart and trust women out of fear, right? It doesn't mean that you weren't burned. It doesn't mean that bad things didn't happen. But when are you going to get in front of that? When are you going to take the lead in your love life? Because confidence and leadership are attractive, fear is not. Some women, especially confident women, they read hesitation as weakness and it turns them off. And even women who are open to a slow approach, they still want to feel that connection from you. They still want you to express your interest. And if you're waiting for a woman to do all the work for you, to make the first move, to reassure you that she wants you, that is not how attraction works. You're the masculine, you're setting the tone, you're taking the lead, and she responds to you. So if you are one of those men, you're waiting for her, then y'all are the type of guys that feel like women call all the shots. And the funny thing is, when I'm coaching women, they think that y'all call all the shots. So I think that the only time that you feel like someone else is calling the shots is when you're not being honest with yourself about what you want and you're not showing leadership and confidence. So holding back never works. And I'm not talking about, pawing all over somebody and being aggressive. I'm talking about owning your feelings, being in the present moment. So if you're waiting for a woman to do all the work for you, to make the first move, to reassure you that she wants you, she's already there on the date with you, right? She already is interested in you. And if on the date you're just kind of acting like a cold fish, then she's going to think you're not interested. And so she's not going to make a move where maybe she otherwise would, right? But if you're there in your wonderful, warm, reassuring, masculine presence, right? You're in your body, you're not up here in your head, but you can feel yourself in your body. You're aware of your body. Then a woman can feel your masculine presence and she can react to that. And so attraction isn't about following a checklist, right? It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about leading. And when you feel that instinct, like, woo, wow, I really like her, reach out and touch her hand and see how she reacts. Maybe you want to lean in for a kiss. Do it. And if she leans in to meet you, it's because she wants it, the kiss. But if you have that sensation that you want to do that, and then you hesitate, you second guess yourself, it creates this kind of weird repressed energy that she picks up on. And no one is comfortable around somebody who isn't comfortable in their own skin. Someone knows if you're feeling weird. And usually what a woman will do is she thinks that it's because you're not attracted to her. All right, so what now, right? If you recognize yourself in any of this, if you know that you've been holding back out of fear, if you're hesitating instead of acting, ask yourself, are you feeling confident on dates? Or are you playing it safe out of fear? Because hesitation kills attraction. Confidence builds attraction. So if any of this made sense to you, or you have questions or comments, please let me know in the comments. And if you want private, personalized help with this, I offer coaching at sexloveandsoulcoaching.com. Also, if you haven't done so yet, get your copy of How to Turn Nice into Your Sexy Superpower at sexloveandsoul.com. It's all about how to stop self-sabotaging attraction and actually step into your natural confidence. Okay, if you're new here, welcome. Subscribe to my channel. Like it. Subscribe. Watch more videos. Right? I have a couple of playlists. If you liked this video and want more, I have two playlists I recommend for you. One is Female Sex Drive, and there's like 3 or 4 videos in there all about female sex drive, what it is, how we misunderstand the heck out of it, and it's frustrating to both men and women. The other playlist is Nice Guys. So thank you so much for listening. I love that you're here. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Okay, bye for now.